Hi everyone, this is Marine. I am happy to be back with this customized box card showcasing some cute little moles taking care of their garden, decorating their underground house, and getting a cheeky guest to celebrate the arrival of the spring season. As you can see here, I have already stamped and I cut all my images. Some of them I won't use, but I will keep them for a potential extra card. And I also cut all the paper pieces I need to build my box card. But first, let's see what we need to make today's card. We have a mole lot of love and its add-on for the moles, piles of soil and holy moly sentiment, a mole lot of flowers for the mole and the wheelbarrow. We have some grass from all the grasses and a hat from all the garden hats. From Carrot About You, we have the tulips, the barrow and the spring has sprung sentiment. The fence, bag of soil, tools and worms are from Veggie Happy and its add-on. The small flower pot and tulips are from Garden Mouse. We have 2 speech bubbles from all the speech bubbles. From Spring Basket we have more tulips, the bow and our greeting. We have the scalloped box card pop-up die set, the shadow box card fireplace add-on to make the opening on the front of the box, the second largest die from the small stitched rectangle stackable die set, the second die from the Everyday Sentiment banner die set, and papers from the Into the Woods remix 6x6 paper pack. So we are going to build our scalloped box card first, but I need to do some trimming. I don't need those 3 flaps here, so I am just going to cut them off following the score lines, just like that. The big piece here on the left will be the back of my box, so I am going to cut my opening out of the other panel. I am going to run it through my die cutting machine, and then I am going to fold both of my panels on the score lines. As always, I am using my bone folder to get those folds really neat, and the only line I am not going to fold is the one on the larger piece. We want to keep this part of the box straight. Now I am going to decorate my green panels. I don't think I mentioned it before, but this green cardstock is the algae cardstock. And those 4 decorative pieces, I am going to stick them using double-sided tape and liquid glue. So it's starting to look cute already. Now I am going to assemble both of my green panels. I am lining them up on my grid surface, and I press firmly on that tab in the middle to connect the panels really well. Next step is to stick the insert pieces on that section of the panel right there. So I folded each end of each insert piece, and in order to create the underground scene, I am going to pick those 2 white inserts, and I am going to attach both of them slightly away from the score line, maybe about 5 mm. I am sticking one at the top, aligned with the top edge of my green panel, and I am going to stick the second white insert right below the first one. It's a bit wide, so I am going to trim it and then stick it to my green panel as well. And again, I am making sure that everything is all lined up. Next, I am going to stick the other insert pieces. And the first one, I am going to attach it right up against that score line. And then I will stick the remaining inserts next to each other. So now I am going to remove the backing papers of each end of each insert piece, including the white ones. Starting from the insert at the back, I am going to align all the insert pieces with each other, making sure they're all horizontal and straight. And then I am going to fold the green panel here on the right over the tabs to stick and connect everything. And before I close my box card, I need to glue my piece of underground pattern paper to the white insert pieces. I am using liquid glue to do this. It will give me a few seconds to adjust the paper to the inserts. Next, I will trim the excess of paper below the box, and then I will totally close the box. So now that our box card is done, we can move on to the coloring. As always, I stamped all the images on Nina Solar white cardstock using lawnfawn jet black ink. I cut them using the matching dies, and I am going to use my Ohuhu markers and my graphite brush markers to color everything. And the coloring is all done. I have assembled a few images off screen, such as the tulips in the barrows and the tools inside the wheelbarrow. And now to my favorite part, we are going to attach everything inside the box. And here we can see that there is not a lot of space on the image to put glue on. So when I make a box card, I like to use strips of acetate to stick the images on each insert piece. I attach the end of the strip of acetate at the back of the image using 3mm glue dots, just like so. Next I am adding more glue dots below the image right on the acetate strip. A bit of trimming, and then I can place my image right on the insert piece, with the acetate strip being at the back of the insert. And then I fold the box card and press on the glue dots to make sure the acetate strip sticks properly. Maybe this whole acetate strip thing makes the process a bit longer, but I think it's totally worth it. Your work stays clean and dry, no liquid glue oozing here or there, and the acetate makes the inserts and images more sturdy, so nothing will bend over and everything will stay up and straight. And beside those acetate strips and glue dots, I will use 1mm foam squares for some of the images, especially the ones that go in the underground scene and on the front of the box as well. The last final step is to stamp my greeting. I am stamping Happy Spring on yellow cardstock using clear embossing ink. Next, I am sprinkling white embossing powder on top of the ink, and I am going to melt and set the powder using my heat gun. Off screen, I turned it into a banner using one of the Everyday Sentiment banner dies. And I am finally going to stick that banner to the back of my box card using 1mm foam squares. And that's it! Our scalloped box card pop-up is all done and it looks super cute, both in that lovely tulip field and in the underground home. I love that fun little mole visiting their friends, head in the ground and feet in the air. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have an amazing day and see you next time. Bye!